Mr. Diddy.
Tonight, yo. Hey. About the freestyle, about the flow, let it go. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, the music stopped, man. I was just about to bust the flow. Oh, man. I was just about to rhyme, but the beat went off. Man, I'm here tonight. Got a full house. It's one of those nights where my babies don't have to go to bed, so I want them to see how this stuff works. So as they grow up, they'll be working the boards. Yep, I believe in the Joe Jackson method of educating children. I'm getting them ready early. I caught Gina with the mic, so I gave her first official brown whack. So I'm on Joe Jackson her and Williams. Mr. Williams, them all the way to greatness. They don't know, but hey, we got to work with what we got, right? So I know what I do. I know I run my mouth. So my children will be experts at running their mouths. Now tonight, we are truly blessed. We have Sister Janice in the house. Give it up for Sister Janice for joining us tonight once again. There's 2 nights in a row. Man, even Miss Sasha's clapping for that one. And we also have the amazing, the traveler, Brother D on the line. Give it up for Brother D. Oh, got the girls clapping. All right, Gina, you got something you want to say to the people? Why? Since my oldest daughter in the room. All right, you my oldest daughter in the room. You know what I'm saying? By not in the world, but you're the oldest daughter in the room. Go on, say hi to the people.
Hi.
All right, you got anything you want to tell them?
Hi.
Huh?
Yes.
Go ahead, say what you need to say so I get my show rolling.
I know how to spell skip.
I knew you was going to. All right, go on, spell skip for the people, please. Go on, let's go and get this skip, because I want you to move beyond. Hey, I'm glad she got the word skip mastered, because she be struggling with spelling. So go on, give it up. Let me hear you spell skip, girl.
S-K-I-P.
Word. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Pastor Mark, the world is listening. You got something you want to say? Go on, say it. Speak your mind. Go ahead. This your chance.
I know how to spell speak.
Oh, you know how to spell speak? You sure you want to spell speak? Go ahead, spell speak.
S.
Uh-huh.
I.
S-I.
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 S-I. Skip.
So, okay. All right, give it up for Sasha Marsh. You know, I'm not going to be mean. I could put on the silent. But I want, nice try, baby. Don't be scared to mess up, because that's how you learn. You learn by making mistakes. That's how we do it, right? All right, so now, we're on the journey. For those that don't know, I'd like to welcome you to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I'm your host, Brother Hatim, and you are now listening to Folk Tales for Grown Folks, also known from this day forth as FFGF. Folk Tales for Grown Folks. And this is a Heart of a Simba production, where we strive to blow up those old paradigms. Blow them up! And this folk tale that we have tonight is a paradigm blower upper. I didn't know what other words to use. I don't even know blower uppers. It don't matter. It's the thought.
Spell that?
Blower upper. B-L-R U-P-R. Yeah, how you spell it, Sash? Sash gave me the 9, so I get a round of applause. That's right. Sash gave me the 9. Word. All right. So.
That's the approval of the mosh.
Hey, I got the approval of the mosh, so we're going to kick it. So, now, here we are. I don't even know what show this is far as Folk Tales for Grown Folks. But I know, according to this book, we are on 186, so I know we got at least 100 and probably 180 folk tales up under our belt. Tomorrow I will be doing day 89 out of our book, Gye-Nyame Journey Handbook. We will be ending. Next week will be the last one from the book. And we are going to move into the African Opens to the Tree of Life. I've been telling y'all about this book for years. I'm going to bust the book out, and we are going to get into it and get deep. I think I might do 2 or 3 proverbs per session until I get to the second book in the book. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my freestyle music.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so we got the freestyle music going. It's down low enough so that everybody can be heard. Let me go adjust it a little bit. Alright, so we got the freestyle music. I don't see no green. There we go. I want to see just a little bit of green. Just low enough so that we can get this conversation pumping, get it moving, get it hyped. Because this one that I'm about to read is a life changer. For anybody who want to join the conversation, hit us up at 614-556-4535. Also, those that just want to listen on the internet, go to Spreaker.com and look up Folk Tales for Grown Folks. It'll pop right up. Alright, now, the name of the folk tale today is The Ass and the Old Shepherd. Alright? Alright, listen kids. Hold on. I'm about to read. Alright. A shepherd, watching his ass feeding in a meadow, was alarmed all of a sudden by the cries of the enemy. He appealed to the ass to fly with him, lest they should both be captured. But the animal lazily replied, "Why should I pray? Do you think it is likely the conqueror will place on me 2 sets of panniers?" "No," rejoined the shepherd. Then said the ass, "As long as I carry the panniers, what matters it to me whom I serve?" For those that don't know, panniers are like saddlebags. I'm going to read it and place the word saddlebags in place, and then we'll go and we'll do the moral. A shepherd, watching his ass feeding in a meadow, was alarmed all of a sudden by the cries of the enemy. He appealed to the ass to fly with him, lest they should both be captured. But the animal lazily replied, "Why should I pray? Do you think it is likely that the conqueror will place on me 2 sets of saddlebags?" "No," rejoined the shepherd. Then said the ass, "As long as I carry the saddlebags, what matters it to me whom I serve?" The moral says, in a change of government. Wait. I need y'all to listen to this shit. Y'all ready? In the change of a government, the poor change nothing beyond the name of their master. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, this stuff falls right in line with what we're going through right now. Right now. Oh my goodness. Miss Riley, did you hear this?
I'm right here.
I didn't pick this. I mean, I'm following the order of the book, and in a change of government, the poor change nothing beyond the name of their master. Now, Aesop, oh my God, I mean, we always got to go through the history of Aesop. I mean, I'm just amazed that it's almost as if Aesop is looking at us and sending these down psychically to us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, boom, we are in an election year. And a lot of people, see, all right, who wants to hit this one first? Who want to hit it first? I'm throwing it out there. Gina, you just raising your hand. Y'all want Gina to go first? All right, I hit it. So now, first thing first for me, when I read this one, so we have a shepherd. They call it the Old Shepherd. So I'm still exploring the title because it could have just been shepherd, but for some reason it's called the Ass and the Old Shepherd. So within the title alone, I'm quite sure that there is some jewels for us. But Aesop, in putting this one together, was trying to make a pertinent point. Now for me, because I was as I was riding yesterday and been going through the weekend, a saying by Harriet Tubman was ringing in my head. And then I got to work and I was talking to Brother Charles, and Charles brought up the proverb again. And the proverb states that Harriet Tubman says that she could have freed maybe 3 times as many black folks if they only knew they were slaves. And when I read this one, I can't help but to feel what the ass is saying, right? Because unlike a lot of people, because in many cases, some of us are asses, right? But many of us are not like this ass, because the one thing that I can salute this ass on is the fact that this ass knows that it's a slave. And if you read some of the other translations, he's very clear that he understands his place. I'm a servant. I'm meant to be a servant, so it don't matter who I serve, right? So this ass is of no illusion. He has no choice in the matter. I am going to be a slave, whether I'm a slave to you or I'm a slave to somebody else. Now, this old shepherd, maybe the old represents something that's been around this dude for a long time. And this ass finally decided, I'm going to stop running behind this man because he ain't going to do me no better than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And I can't help but think about black folks' relationship with the Democratic Party. I can't help but think about some of our relationship with some of the jobs we have. You know what I'm saying? Well, we remain loyal as black people for some reason. I ain't going to even just say black people. For some reason, poor folks remain loyal to individuals as if these individuals are actually going to bring some change to their lives. Right? Many of us are under the illusion, unlike this ass. See, because some of us, basically what it's saying to me in this instance is that some of us may not be as smart as an ass. Because we honestly think that we have choice. Because somebody throws two things on the table and say, you have the opportunity to choose between these two. That's not free. You know what I'm saying? That's not really a choice. You know what I'm saying? I got one or the other. You know what I'm saying? You can hit me with the hammer or you can hit me with the sledgehammer. One out. Oh, you like that? Oh, I got a born rebel over here. Hey, Janice, I hope you still taking students, because she ready. She ready. So I'm gonna let it rest on that one for a minute. Anybody else want to get in? Because I'm about to go in, because I got some more.
Me.
Hush.
You hit the title, and we're talking about the characters. An old shepherd in the natural order of things would be one who has led a lot of whatever. Whatever. And you would imagine that if they've led lots and they've lived long, hence old shepherds, that they would be wise. But one of the things I talk about all the time, wisdom, the notion of...
I'm listening. You still there? Uh-oh. What happened? Janice? Hello?
Huh? Hello?
Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead. I don't know what happened. Oh, shit, I know what happened.
Whatever you're talking about, there's always a juxtaposition. And so, while we might talk about an ass might be thought of as not that bright, but the question you have to ask is, once you determine if all you do is get sent places by someone or someone puts shit on you to take it places, and you behave accordingly, then, are you not smart? You certainly understand your role. So, now revolutionary thinking people would say, no, you're not smart because you have the power to change your role. But if the ass believes their role is that limited, then what else will they strive for? So that's just me talking about the title. So go ahead.
No, and I'm like, because let me turn my mic down now. Let me go to the Google Plus, because there is a link on my invite that I sent out to Google Plus to another folk tale. Hold on. Boom. Because they kind of speak to this, because it took me to the old one. I gotta find another one. I ain't gonna worry about it right now. But basically, when you look at the other translations, because there's other translations, when you look at the other translations of this, the ass basically admits to what he is, right? And for me, what that represents is that the ass mind state is set. I mean, because really, one of the things that come across when you talk about asses and donkeys is a stubbornness. They get fixed in a certain mind state, in a lifestyle. Like some of us, we get fixed, we get stuck. So the ass is like, I am a beast of burden, and that's all I'm ever going to be. So the ass, in a sense, is only limited by its perception of its world and its reality. Like many of us. You know what I'm saying? We still blame others for some of the situations we in, but some of the situations we are in are now not being generated necessarily by the enemy, but it's being generated by us. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost as if we have resigned our fate to the outside world. We resigned our fate. You know what I'm saying? And we are very limited in what we could do because we have limited ourselves. We're like that beast of burden. What does it matter? You know what I'm saying? I'm just a beast of burden. That's all I'm ever going to be. So stop bothering me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not running no more. You know, because I agree with you, because as a revolutionary, a person with a revolutionary mindset would be, oh, that's foolish. But this individual, that's the ass, has resigned himself to its fate. So it's not fighting it. It don't care. It don't matter whether I carry bags for this dude or that dude. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what needs to happen is him and all his ass brothers need to come together and have an ass revolution. The asses need to revolt. You know what I'm saying? But because they're separate, because think about this. You only hear about him. You don't hear about the other asses. You know what I'm saying? It's just him. And he has been working with this one old shepherd that has been leading others. So the old shepherd, like you said, the old shepherd, I mean, think about how many old shepherds we got in the black community. Whether they're old pastors or whether they're old teachers or whether they're old politicians. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of old shepherds that saying, hey, we got to run. The great pumpkin is coming. We got to run. The bad Republicans is coming. We got to run. The bad conservatives are coming. Come on. You know what I'm saying? And some of us have become so frustrated now, like myself. I'm like the ass in many ways. I'm like, man, I'm not running. You know, I mean, what difference does it make who's in office? You know what I'm saying? Because in the change of government, because that more is dope. In the change of government, the poor change nothing beyond the name of their master. Because not one of these individuals that are claiming to want to be in leadership, whether in the black community, whether in the black church, whether in some of these black businesses, none of them can actually change my present state, or are willing to change the present state of me and mine. So I just wanted to drop that. I see Brother D is on the line. He awful quiet today, but hey, it is what it is. So you just dropped something on the title. You got something else for me? Sister Janice.
Hello? Yes?
Yeah, you just dropped something on the title. You got something else?
No, just you keep going.
All right. So now, let's go. Now, I'm going to read through it one more time. Those that want to join the conversation, hit me up at 614-556-4535. Also, Brother D, you sitting out there, if you got something you want to share, feel free to share. A shepherd watching his ass feeding in a meadow was alarmed all of a sudden by the cries of the enemy. He appealed to the ass to fly with him, lest they should both be captured. But the animal lazily replied, "Why should I pray? Do you think it likely that the conqueror will place on me a set of saddlebags? No, 2 sets of saddlebags? No," rejoined the shepherd. Then said the ass, "As long as I carry the saddlebag, what matters it to me whom I serve?" My burden's not going to change. And see, that's that's the illusion that we get sold on. We get sold on, regardless of what type of leadership we're talking about. We get sold on the fact, we get sold on the illusion that they are going to lighten the load. But my question is, regardless of whether or not they lighten the load, a slave is still a slave.
Right. That's the point Harriet was making. They accepted their condition.
They accepted their condition. This ass, see,
Her thing was they just would have understood
there you go.
that they were slaves. The fact that if they understood, they could do something different. They could run away.
They could run away.
She said I could have freed 10,000 more.
If they only knew. You know what I'm saying? If they only knew. And for me, I listened to the story about this ass, and I see somebody that is ready for a Harriet Tubman-like person. A lot of our people never made it to this state. Go ahead, Brother D.
All right, as I was taking care of some daddy duty stuff out, so I was only able to listen and not able to participate in the conversation just yet. That's it. But I think the thing that caught me too, with the shepherd, typically you think when you're thinking of a shepherd, you think of them looking over a flock of sheep and not worried about an ass who's not. Who's a beast of burden. So typically you look at the shepherd trying to lead their flock to other places and not so much worried about the beast of burden. And so, but yeah, then again you think about herdsmen that will take cattle and lead them somewhere. So I guess the thing that really sticks out to me too, when you get into the moral and talking about it, and a change of government or a change of leadership or rulership, the people that have been beat down and walked over, and said, well, it gets to a point where it doesn't matter who's walking over me. I'm still getting the same thing that I've always got, so I can't expect anything any better or any worse.
Hey, I just thought about what you were saying too, because he's not even a good shepherd. I mean, really, he don't have a flock. I just thought about that shit. They purposely put shepherd. They didn't put herdsman. They didn't put farmer. They said a shepherd. So we got a shepherd that's trying to pull our ass. It don't say nothing about him trying to save his flock. You know what I'm saying? And so we have somebody that's not even a good shepherd that's running and trying to convince the ass to move with him, supposedly to freedom. Right? So you know what I'm saying? He's not even good at what he does. So, all this time now, the shepherd is old, so I imagine that he had this ass for a while. The ass is like, man, I'm not going with you. It don't matter no more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the ass is waiting for his Harriet Tubman. You know what I'm saying? Because really, this is where you have to be in order to move to slavery. That's where you got to be. Damn, I'm a slave. It's sort of like being an alcoholic. You can't really stop being an alcoholic. You can't really stop being a drug addict until...
So you admit that there's a problem.
There's a problem. Black folks... Go ahead.
Because I guess the other thing that I glean from it is that sometimes individuals that may have been in leadership for a long time, or the mantle should have passed on to someone else and they're still hanging on to it, they're trying to lead individuals that truly aren't theirs to lead.
Oh my God.
They speaking to individuals who their message isn't meant for, or their message is outdated.
Man, I just thought about this too. So not only is he a poor shepherd, he's not even a good family man, because he's an old shepherd. Old shepherds are supposed to have sons that's supposed to take over the flocks, but he didn't even have a flock. So he not only wasn't he a good leader, he wasn't a good businessman. The only thing he got, because think about it, he's trying to run. The only thing he got is an ass. That's it. He's not trying to run for his family. He's not trying to run for his children. He's not trying to push his flock away. He's trying to pull an ass. The ass is all he has. And he's trying to convince the ass that it's time to move on. And it's like, man, it don't even matter. I mean, because, so this is for us as black folks, man. We got a crew of so-called leaders that aren't good leaders, that aren't good family men, that aren't good businessmen, that's trying to pull us and say, hey, follow this, because in a sense they're using the same thing that this shepherd is using. Because think about how people approach the black community. It's always with fear. It's been fear since I was young. And it was fear before I was young. Before I was born. It's always been fear. Oh, y'all need to come with us as black people because, the Democrats don't like you, or the Republicans don't like you, or you need to vote with us. You know what I'm saying? You need to run with us. Go on, get out, Sasha. Fear. You know what I'm saying? And we need to we got to divorce ourselves from that. You know what I'm saying?
You look at the fear piece in that first sentence. It said he was alarmed all of a sudden by the cries of the enemy. Didn't say how close, how far away the enemy was. It's just that there was this sound that let him know that the enemy was close. And he immediately started wanting to run. So, in my mind, there had to already be a sense that the opposition was coming. So he didn't even prepare to defend the land that was his. He was prepared to run.
Wow. So he cowardly too. God damn. This sound like what we in right now. Cowardly, sorry ass leaders that are full of fuckery, which means I need to put on my alarm. Intergalactic fuckery. That's right. They're full of that intergalactic fuckery. And because they're so full of fuckery, we have been stuck in the same place. So, now you brought up the point that obviously the enemy just did surprise him on the meadow. There had to be some sign prior to that they was coming, because it takes time to move an army. An army can't go unnoticed, especially back then, because even if the army would be coming through the meadow or coming through the woods, the animals would run out before them. If they was coming down the road, the dust would be rising, right? So there was a signal. There had to be some type of warning that the enemy was coming. And this man didn't see it until it was too late. So rather than defending his land, because he ain't got nobody defending with him, he ain't no talk about anybody else being around him, ain't no talk about any of his sons as shepherd, there's no talk of a flock. The only thing that's left is an ass, his trusty ass, and his ass have finally got tired of him too. You know what, homie? They're gonna make me carry 2 bags. Nah, probably not. Well, shit, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Really, where we gonna run to? Because really, think about this. Where was it that they were going to run? If he was a shepherd without a flock, if he was an old shepherd without a family, if he was a poor leader and he couldn't read the signs of the times, where the hell was he gonna take the ass? And how long would they be able to avoid the army and avoid other troubles? And for me, this is like a picture of our community. You know what I'm saying? This is a picture of our community, right? We're full of old shepherds. Old lost shepherds. Our community, old lost shepherds. And those that are listening, just because I say old, it doesn't mean just old in age. It could be your methods. It could be the thoughts. It could be the strategies. You know what I'm saying? Old doesn't just have to mean that you just aged. It means that that something that you're doing is old and is holding us in place. It's holding us frozen. I don't think it's allowing us to admit what this ass admitted. I'm a beast of burden. You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna get free if we never admit to the fact that we're not? How are we ever gonna nation build if we admit that we don't have a nation? You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna educate our children when we can't admit what we really need? You know. So those are some of the questions. But I won't belabor this one. Any other points? All minds clear? I guess so. You all right, Miss Janice?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, I gotta come to Detroit and check you out because you've been quiet.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. All right, are y'all on spring break up there?
Yeah.
Good. So you getting rest?
Another couple days. Yeah, amen.
Okay, cool. All right. So, hey, I want to thank everybody that took the time to listen to this now as well as in the future. Make sure you like Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook. You can also subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Also, for those that's interested in supporting Gye-Nyame, I'm about to put on our commercial. But I want to thank my people for joining me, Brother Devin, as well as the beautiful Miss Janice Raleigh. And you got to spell it right or she'll jump on you because she got violent. I don't blame her. Because you put in a lot of work. And your name ring bells, baby. So you supposed to get upset about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the commercial. And then I will close out.
Alrighty, later.
Bye-bye.
The word is spreading. More and more people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up and got a travel reward. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
Alright. Gye-Nyame Journey is a consultant of Ambit Energy. And we can provide those in Central Ohio and every other state where there's an Ambit. We can supply you with your energy, your electricity, and in some cases your gas. And by you signing up with us, not only can we save you money, not only every time you pay your bill can you earn travel points, but every time you pay your bills, you know for a fact that some of your money is going to help us at Gye-Nyame Journey to do things like the thing that we did this past weekend. We was able to we took like 31 kids to the and adults and some adults to the Underground Railroad Museum in Cincinnati. We got to see the Ohio River and have a discussion. As a matter of fact, I have a radio show on one of my podcasts about that whole trip. Also, we also get to do things like the Brenner. I just posted up the show with the Brenner. Go and check it out. We were joined by Brother Glenn Harris, who shared some pertinent information about fatherhood with us, the father and son Brenner. But we got a lot more stuff to do within this year, and we need your support. So hit us up on Ambit. Let us see how much money we can save on your electric bill, and I will be uploading other ways that you can help us as well. All right, if you don't want to do the Ambit, I got other things you can do. But for those that are interested in Ambit, those that are interested in paying your electric bill and allowing us to help you and allowing you to help us, you can hit us up at 614-594-9422, or you can go to our Facebook page at Facebook.com/Gye-Nyame Journey Energy or GNJ Energy. Come check us out. Let us help you. And by you letting us help you, we're going to save you money. You're going to get some travel points. You're going to be able to take some nice trips. And you will be involved in some serious nation-building activity. All right. This is Brother High Tim saying peace. And I want to remind you that you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. It's moving slow. And this is a Heart of a Symbol production. You're listening to Folk Tales for Grown Folks, where we strive to blow up those old paradigms. There we go. So, I'm going to give all you a hand that took time to listen. You deserve it.